I think our entire worldview will have changed. We've been trying to create the environment where people from all over Europe come together to discuss. And of course, problems of sustainable cities are different in Spain and Stockholm, or now Ukraine and Paris. And then that's the exchange that happens. And the whole idea is that we also have this putting pressure on the decision makers and bringing young voices forward. So that's what our mission is, to activate this active citizenship in young people. And of course, climate movement and climate activism is one of those. But we do it very indirectly by trying to empowering them to be more interested in these issues. EYP Ukraine is one of the strongest national committees in the Eastern Partnership countries, and we work with them now for 20 years. They have a national chapter there. And of course, once the war has started, the activities have been interrupted, in-person activities, and we actually had a big lineup of in-person events in different regions of Ukraine. One of the national sessions was planned to be in Kharkiv, that's the city at the border with Russia, which is now still under attack at this moment. So it was affected, of course, but I think what we are very proud of that our members, they continue being active. So like a few things have happened. Some of them left the country, of course, especially young female members. They left the country, and the National Committee helped them to connect to some other members in Europe to find a place to stay or someone who could help them. So many people left, but many people stayed, especially, of course, young men. And these people still run activities online. So just last weekend, we had a harmless session that's initiated by EYP Ukraine, and it connected people from all over Europe just to discuss all the issues, but especially issues of security. And they still have a member base of around maybe 40 people active in the country who just want to do something. And at the moment, EYP Ukraine turned a little bit in this information hub. Also on their Instagram channel, they raise awareness on what's going on, and probably now, when the war was going on for more than 70 days, it's even more important to inform that the war is still ongoing, and they are doing an amazing job in this. We've been working with the EON Foundation now for more than 5 years on a number of projects, and our previous project was Power Shifts. So that's about energy transition and like moving into a more sustainable environment of energy. And that would be a continuation of it, with a few activities which would encourage young members to discuss this topic, create some initiatives, as well as it will be a big focus on Ukraine and the aftermath of war and how to rebuild the energy sector also in Ukraine. But of course, we will not be doing it. It's more for us as young people to discuss and to encourage our young members to know the effects and the future that can bring. The previous focus was to activate young people there and to connect them with each other and to see how they could create sustainable civil societies in their countries. That will continue. We will start the project around climate action plan with the E.ON Foundation. We are also doing a project on future of Europe. That's a very important project with the European Parliament on just bringing young voices forward. And energy sector or energy policy is one of these topics that we discuss as a future of Europe. So we also last year had the young ambassadors. Some of them were focusing on the energy, and they were creating like recommendations to the decision makers on what should be the way forward with the energy. I don't think Ukrainians are only fighting for their own sovereignty. It's really the fight for freedom and democracy in Europe. And also, I would hope that every European reflects on what it means and keeps up doing their citizenship responsibilities and active stances because they have a chance, and not to neglect this responsibility.